And well, heavy rains in Madikeri led to landslides in the Talakaveri Bhagamandala. Granite hills broke and boulders crashed onto the road. The tourists who were heading towards the Talakaveri area have returned to their respective hotels. The district administration is trying to move the boulders from the road. In fact, these are the massive boulders that have come crashing down on the road, completely blocking any sort of movement on this stretch. And hence, if you know anyone who is planning to head to this particular stretch today or tomorrow, you might want to warn them, considering that the landslide has completely blocked the area. My colleague Arun joins us with more details on this. Well, Arun, what more can you tell us?
That's right, Nishchita. It's monsoon time and the impact is once again being felt in Kodagu. And Bhagamandala is the area where you are seeing heavy amount of rains. In fact, what we are getting from the Met Department is that rains are expected to continue at torrential levels for the next 2-3 days. But in the interim, as you rightly pointed out, once again, poor underpreparedness on the part of the district administration. That's the reason why we are talking of this particular landslide which happened at the near Talakaveri Bhagamandala. In fact, the road has been completely cut off. What we are given to believe is that traffic has come to a virtual standstill, and the PWD staffers are the ones who are trying to get the whole thing cleared up to ensure that road movement is facilitated. Remember, we don't have an all-weather motorable road connecting Kodagu to the rest of the state. So clearly, once again, underpreparedness on the part of the district administration being exposed during this monsoon. So the weather is likely to be rough and inclement, because remember, at this point of time, we are talking of the monsoons gaining vigor, because we had a relatively peaceful month of June, but from here on till about September, early part of September is when the state is expected to receive its complement of rains. Although the rains will be lesser than normal, most of the part of southern Karnataka, particularly Kodagu, is expected to witness normal rains, Nishchita.
Right, and also we understand that this entire stretch has been blocked for now. Any idea by when we'll see the traffic resume to its normal, Arun?
Nishchita, now what we're given to believe is obviously it will take at least 48 hours minimum before these boulders. Look at these boulders. These are huge boulders. Clearly, there's been a lot of soil erosion at the upper levels, and that has actually denuded the forest and vegetative cover. That's the reason why you are seeing these boulders actually come crashing down. Luckily enough, there has been no reported loss of life. In fact, what we're given to believe is that the district administration is now trying to figure out whether any people have been stranded and whether these people need to be moved to upper reaches for safety purpose. But in the interim, this clearing up operations will take at least 48 hours is what we are given to believe, Nishchita.
Right. Thank you for joining us with all those details there, Arun. And while the Supreme Court has given conditional bail to Abdul Nasir Madani, the 2008 serial blast accused. The bail is for 1 month duration. Abdul Nasir Madani is an accused in the 2008 serial blast of Bengaluru. The bail has been granted over a bond of 5 lakh rupees. The conditions also state that Madani cannot leave Bengaluru. He will also be placed under police surveillance. Well, Abdul Nasir Madani is one of the more dreaded terrorists in the country, and he is under trial in the serial blasts of Bengaluru that rocked the city in 2008. An apex court bench headed by Justice J. Chalameshwar said that during his 1 month bail, Madani will not leave the city of Bengaluru, and the Karnataka government is at liberty to take all steps to ensure that he does not get in touch with witnesses in the case, including putting him under surveillance. The court granted Madani bail while taking note that he is an under trial prisoner who was already behind bars for the last 4 years and was suffering from various ailments, including diabetes and vision-threatening ailment in both eyes. Well, tension prevailed at the Kalasipalia area after BBMP officials broke the locks of 73 shops which were retailing fruits and vegetables. The officials said that the occupants had not paid rental for, believe it or not, 25 years and had sought renewal of their trade license. But the traders had their own viewpoint, insisting that they had been remitting 1% of their turnover to APMC. The traders noted that neither the APMC nor the BBMP had done anything to improve the facilities there.
ಈಗ 73 ಅಂಗಡಿ ಇದೆಯಮ್ಮ. 73 ಅಂಗಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ರಿನ್ಯೂವಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದವರು, ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದವ್ರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ನೆನೆ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕೆ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಲೈನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಷ್ಟರೊಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿನ್ಯೂವಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು 25-30 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿದೆಯಮ್ಮ. ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು 300 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, 350, 385 ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು 3ನೇ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಇದು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಯಾರು ಅನಾಥರೈಸ್ ಆಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ, ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದವ್ರನ್ನ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಬಾಡಿಗೆ 1.25 ಕೋಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಇಬ್ಬರ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ 90% ಯಾರು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು 10% ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಹಳೇದು 25 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದಿಂದೆ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅನುಕೂಲಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ? ನಮಗೂ ಆದಾಯ ಬಂದರೆ ತಾನೇ ಇವರು ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಆಗೋದು.
Let's also listen to what a few of the traders had to say.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಇದು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ SKR ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಇಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸಿ 1987ನಲ್ಲಿ 1987 ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲಾಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಯಿತು. ಆವತ್ತಿಂದ ಇವರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸು BBMP ಇಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ.
ನಾವು ಅಪ್ ಟು ಡೇಟ್ ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಸೌಕರ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಸೌಕರ್ಯ ಬೇಕೋ ಮೇಲೆ ಜನಗಳು ಓಡಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಸರಕು ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿನ್ಯೂವಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿನ್ಯೂವಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಪ್ ಟು ಡೇಟ್ ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮದು.
And well, in a unique incident, a High Court judge has given punishment to an excise inspector for colluding with the accused in a case during court proceedings. The court has ordered Parameshwarappa, the excise inspector, to remain standing during the rest of the proceedings. The court issue stated that when the entire issue started when Anand Wines was shifted from Basaveshwar Nagar to Vijayanagar Club Road. Though the excise department had given its permission, what it had failed to take into account was the fact that Vijayanagar Club Road was a residential locality. Angry residents of Vijayanagar Club Road, who found no respite with the excise department, approached the High Court challenging the department's approval. Today, during the hearing of the case, the excise department representatives and Anand Wines advocate were present. The court even observed that the building which houses the wine store was given approval for residential purpose. During arguments, the judge noticed that the excise inspector Parameshwarappa was advising the wine shop lawyer and also the government lawyer. When the court questioned him regarding his behavior, Parameshwarappa failed to provide a satisfactory response. The judge, who was irked with the response, ordered the excise inspector to remain standing until the court rises.
One person who is sitting in the behind, he came to the other side lawyer and he talked about something. And then again he gone to his place and once again he get up and gone to the government advocate to give some suggestions. By observing all these, the honorable judge asked that person, "Who are you?" I also thought that he is the owner of the liquor shop. Then he told, "I am the excise inspector." Then the honorable judge has asked the question, "What you are giving the suggestion to both liquor shop owner and also the government?" No, I have not talked anything. Called the police officers to arrest him. Then he made his apologies and oral unconditional apology. Then court has directed him to stand in the court.
And well, as food inflation nears 10%, the new government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi faces accusations that it is doing no better at reining in prices than the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty's Congress party, which suffered its worst election defeat in May. Determined to avoid a repeat of the inflation scourge, the that contributed, in fact, to Congress's downfall. Modi is taking aim at the Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee Act. The law aims to protect farmers from exploitation by rich landlords and requires all produce to be sold through regulated markets in most of the 29 states. Even big retailers such as Reliance Industries, Walmart, Shoppers Stop and Britain's Tesco can only buy through wholesale markets governed by the Act. And while US President Barack Obama has sent a formal invite to Narendra Modi to visit the US Deputy Secretary of State William Burns delivered US President Barack Obama's invitation. The Prime Minister has accepted the invitation and told the visiting dignitary that he looks forward to a result-oriented visit with concrete outcome that imparts new momentum to strategic partnership. Modi is scheduled to visit US in September for the UN General Assembly in New York. Following the Obama invite, Modi will head to Washington to hold summit meeting with the US President to take the Indo-US relationship forward. And while Mandya Urban Development Commissioner K. Mathai has been transferred as the Land Acquisition Officer for the Bidar-Karanja project, he will assume charge within the next 10 days. Mathai created a flutter when he exposed irregularities in land allotment by the Muda. He once again deposed before the Karnataka High Court about this scam on the 107 irregular allotment. Let's not forget that Mathai had hit headlines after he had indicted Ambarish, the housing minister, in a Muda land scam report. But on the other hand, Ambarish is said to have pushed for Mathai's transfer. When the media questioned the housing minister, he had gone on to state that the transfer order had already been issued and he was only pressing for its speedy implementation. So Mathai now being transferred to take out of Muda, one would really raise questions as to whether it really is a genuine case of transfer or whether it is a transfer to just help the big names escape the Muda scam. And well, the rains are here and that is causing nuisance to many bus commuters in the city. With many bus stops not having any shelter, commuters are forced to stand in the open, braving the chilly winds and rains. There are many locations, be it Alsur, Indiranagar, Old Madras Road and Dumlur, where one comes across these shelterless bus stops.